Hi guys, this is going to be a video specifically for cross watchers, for anyone who has been ghosted by a Libra. So I want to say before we start this, I think that ghosting is cowardly, and I think anything could be communicated with grace and dignity, outside of there maybe being some sort of extenuating mental illness at play or something like that. But, you know, save that. There's no reason why people can't just flip and speak to each other. So this is just not okay. So when I'm going to be referencing the sign of Libra, understand I love all the signs equally. They all have positives to the archetypes and negatives to the archetypes. And the negatives, when I say negative, I mean how they behave when they're in their low vibrational energy versus how they behave in their high vibrational energy. And since ghosting is nothing less than something that's entirely negative, that is typically what part and which aspects of this sign come up. So it doesn't mean I don't love Libra. One of my closest friends is a Libra. It has nothing to do with that. It just means addressing the archetype as needs to be addressed for this particular reading. You're going to be able to vibe if this is your story or not part of the way into the reading. So if this is for you, definitely finish listening to it. I'm going to be pulling a past, present, and future energy for whatever Libra you're dealing with, and then I'm going to sweep and pull some energies for you and some advice from the universe. I'm using the Tarot de la Nuit for Libra's energy, and I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite Tarot for yours. Okay, for when we do your spread. I hope this is finding you guys well, and I'm really sorry for any state of confusion that you're probably in, because that's what happens with ghosting. Ghosting is entirely... the thing is this. It's cowardly, but we also want to make sure that it's not just a form of manipulation, right? Because if you are dealing with somebody who's a narcissist, this is just part of their game and part of how they keep you sort of on the edge of wanting and wanting to please them. You know, it's a very unhealthy space. Not that I have to tell you guys, right? This is a very painful thing, and I'm not here to hurt anyone at all. I'm here to help you, hopefully give you a couple of seeds of guidance, some answers to maybe some things that you were wondering about, confirmations. Definitely check this person's not only their sun sign, but their rising, their moon, and their Venus also, to get the most accurate picture. It's kind of because it's always like puzzling it together, right? And we always want to do that because the sun is our higher consciousness, our rising is our personality, our everyday, how people perceive us. Our moon is how we process emotions. Venus is how we connect in love and connect with money. Okay, so those are all really important aspects to understand when we have a situation like this. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so starting out in the past, we have the Devil reverse, and we have the Ten of Pentacles reverse, King of Swords reverse, and the Three of Swords. Okay. Okay, so where was this Libra at? This in the past. So this is what was in the mind space of Libra. Now, 4 different people can experience the same piece of reality and walk away with 4 different perceptions of it, right? Because the way we understand things is very, very subjective. It's our own view, right? I'm letting you know that this is what Libra was feeling in this past space that led up to why they ghosted you. So the Devil reverse energy. The Devil reverse energy is them needing to feel the need. They felt the need to... Something was going on with them very low vibrationally, having to do with some sort of either addiction, some irresponsible behavior, whether it was them maybe not being entirely faithful. Does not have to be that. This could just be them spending too much money. Maybe they were drinking too much, or maybe they were just really in this very dark space. But whatever it was very self-imposed, because the devil energy in reversed is more of a being like a mental mind space for them, and them being more negative in their it's like they looked at everything like the glass half empty kind of thing, right? Very kind of pessimistic, downy kind of energy. Ten of Pentacles reverse. This is telling me that, and the Ten of Pentacles even in the reverse, it's still positive, but it does indicate delay. So this is telling me that Libra was in a space of either waiting for some money to come in, or waiting for you to show up in a different way, or waiting for something within the connection to balance out in some way. Because Pentacles is not only about money and resources, it's about mental, physical, and emotional connection. It's how we do relationships. It's how we connect intimately. It has to do with our sex life. It has to do with how supportive we are of each other and each other's careers, and anything. We need to really quite vast, the Pentacle energy, but them feeling that they were not getting what they needed because of an external influence. And that's what's important to understand here. The Ten of Pentacles reverse is that there's an irritation and a delay, a feeling of lack because of something external to you guys. So this could be a family situation. This could be something to do with your friends, something to do with family, something to do with an outside source that was creating a lot of tension within the relationship. And then we have the King of Swords reverse energy. So this is telling me that they felt you were not being honest with them. Now, because it's a court card, court cards can be them, you, or a little bit of both of you. So what I'm getting here is that there was some dishonesty at play here, and it could have been from both of you, like I just said. Definitely. But with the King energy, I mean, this is like not only is there dishonesty here, the straight up dishonesty, there's lying through omission, there's manipulation, there's some shady shit going on with the King of Swords reverse. It's shady. And then we have the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords, it's not always, it could be the card of a third party. But it's Three of Swords is anything that it has to do with you, them, and this third external thing, which kind of makes sense to me since we have this Ten of Pentacles reverse, because it's about there being this external thing that created a lot of issues within your relationship. So again, could definitely be a third party. It could be somebody who they didn't fully let go of. It could be somebody who was just really inappropriately in your relationship space trying to do something with your partner. This could certainly be you. Maybe them suspecting that you were entertaining somebody or thinking about doing something, or just a general lack of trust, right? But it having to do with this third thing. So Three of Swords is the card of pain. And it's the kind of pain that is put upon the relationship from this external thing. But nothing can be put upon a relationship that at least one party doesn't allow. That door has to be opened. Because in order for a relationship to be healthy, really solid, the couple has to sort of encapsulate themselves and make themselves strong against anything else that's going on in life. And that means not even entertaining a third party, not entertaining the idea of in any way, shape, or form allowing their partner to be disrespected by their friends or family. It's this very unified encapsulation, right? The Three of Swords, though, is telling me that you guys didn't have that. Okay, so something was allowed to come into the situation by Libra. Libra allowed this situation, or Libra had to deal with an external situation coming in from your end. I mean, I do have to say that. Okay, but there was this energy here of there's pain. There's pain, and this devil energy, it's like the way they were dealing with the pain is not the best. Okay, so we have Four of Wands reversed, we have Nine of Cups, Five of Cups upright, and the Hermit. Okay. Four of Wands reversed means that they were in a space of feeling that they weren't going to be able to build this foundation with you. So Four of Wands upright is about marriage, engagement, foundation, building a beautiful life together, a beautiful foundation. The Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. They really did want to have this with you, but they knew it wasn't going to happen. It was this sense of, I really want it, but keeping it real within the confines of what our reality is, it's just not going to happen. And the Five of Swords is about focusing, the Five of Cups rather, I'm sorry. This tells me that they were focused more on the what isn't right rather than anything that is right kind of energy. Because if you know, in the typical Rider-Waite, the Five of Cups, there are 3 cups that are spilt in front of the person, and then there's 2 cups still standing behind them. And cups are emotions. It's strong feelings, right? So this is telling me that Libra was in a space of hyper-focusing on the emotions that that went wrong. Okay, the areas of the relationship that went wrong, and they weren't really quite able to fully recognize what was right. But what ends up happening with this energy is I'm getting that once Libra did recognize, oh, hey, there are two cups standing here, they recognized that rather than it being positive elements within your relationship, it being, oh, you know what? These are two things that this relationship didn't take from me. So I need to hold on to these two cups, and I need to focus on the good parts of myself and work on myself and separate myself from this situation. But they did this with a heavy heart, because we have the Hermit reverse, which is about, you know, finding this mental space to do a lot of thinking. But when it's reversed, it's like they're not talking to anybody about it. This is a very internal energy, like seriously. They're not talking to their friends. They're not talking to anyone. This is very internal. So I feel like when they ghosted you, I don't even think they didn't tell anybody. I don't even think they told anybody right away. And they felt, though, that when they ghosted you, they were in a way trying to maintain a little bit of their self-respect so that they could finally have this ultimate fulfillment that they didn't think they were going to be able to have with you. So I'm feeling that they did this with the total intention of just moving their life forward, because they didn't feel that they were going to be able to have this positive outcome with you. Now, as far as where they are now, we have the Seven of Swords reverse. So the Seven of Swords is the card of thievery. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that Virgo right now is in a space of not being honest with themselves. There's a lot of self-deception going on, because when I say thievery and we're talking about swords, what does that mean? That means like somebody coming in and stealing, hijacking your thoughts, right? So that's where we see a lot of gaslighting, a lot of deception, right? But in the reverse, this is them doing this to themselves. They're not being 100% honest with themselves, with their role in the situation. You know, they're just not. They're not being honest with themselves. And the result of that, this Four of Pentacles in reverse, is them honestly believing that they don't have what they need. This is, the Four of Pentacles reverse is almost a gluttonous energy. It's them holding on to their resources almost in a gluttonous way, you know, selfish way, holding fast to their ego, not wanting to connect. Not wanting to connect. Like think about what a pentacle means, and it's them holding it really, really tight, right? To their chest. But like in the reverse, it's like, I'm not letting this go. This money is mine, my heart is mine, my emotions are mine. I'm not giving you anything, right? This is just them. This is them. This is not they. Right now, they are not being honest with themselves, and they are holding so fast. It's like, but they can't, so fast to what they perceive to be their self-respect, that they're not giving themselves enough mental distance to actually see their role. And to have the Sun, even in the reverse, is so positive, but in the reverse, this indicates delay. It's like the Sun is there waiting to shine on them, and they just can't get out of their own way. Three of Wands, they don't know where they're going. They're just really not sure where they're going. They're not sure. They're looking out on the horizon. They're thinking about what's going on. They know they have to make a decision, but they can't make it. They can't see. And they honestly feel that you, okay, how do I say this? They know that if you, in their mind, if only you could act a certain way, and they feel that you are very capable of acting and being a certain way, everything would be fine. Everything would be fine and the sun would be upright. But in their mind, you are refusing to be that way. In their mind, you're making the choice. You're the one who's being uncooperative. Now, in the future, we have the Page of Wands reverse, which is Page is all about new cycle, Wands are will. And the reverse is a lack of willingness here. So we have the Six of Wands, you know, and the Six of Wands is about victory and about respect. So it's like, I feel like they're not willing, but they're still entertaining. They're still entertaining because we have this Temper. The Six of Wands, again, is about victory. It's about, oh my God, I've really been through it. This is about them recognizing that they really need to be respected moving forward. And it's something, it's something that they're not going to be willing to compromise on. But the tough part with this is, though, is that I'm getting that they don't really see that they weren't being as disrespected as they perceived themselves to be. It was a matter of just poor communication and lack of understanding, and hurt was being perceived as aggression, and, you know, maybe like a flaw in the human condition was being viewed as a bigger dysfunction than it was. I just feel like there wasn't lack of clarity here. But then we have the Temperance, which is beautiful. It's about truth. This is an alchemical card. This is about, let's mix what I need, what you need, what the relationship needs, and let's just mix it all together to create this new whatever we need to move this forward and fix it. So then we have the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is coming in with the will and the gumption to share their heart. I mean, they want to open up. They don't want to feel this way. They really don't. They don't want to feel this way. They feel like they want this with you. They want this with you. Something happened to compromise their trust. Something happened to compromise their trust. Some more information on this Page of Wands reverse, please. Ace of Wands. We get the Page of Wands reversed. They want to have this new start with you. They want it. They want a new start with you. We have that Sun in reverse, which just means delay. They're thinking about you very heavily. You're very heavy on their mind. They're trying to figure out how to actually work things in a way to get into a healthier space, and they can't say it. Two of Cups. They want to give you their cup. They want to. They want to have this new start with you. With the Pentacles is about supporting and giving each other what you need. Yeah. But they're scared. The Fool reverse. They're scared. They're scared to take that leap of faith. They're very scared. They're scared. We have the Ten of Swords energy reverse, though. I like this. This is them understanding that the hardest part, this cycle that you guys were in, it's over. And that, like, the hard part's done. But I'm getting that they want a new beginning with you. This is absolutely what this tells me. If this is resonating with you, they want a new beginning with you. Yes, no cards, please, Spirit. I'm not honoring reversals. Need a few yes, no cards. 3 yes, no's. Is Virgo going to be coming back during the retrograde season, or at least born out of this retrograde season, please? Okay, 8 of Pentacles. Good. 9 of Pentacles. Progression. 8 of Cups. Good. I like these. I mean, I really like these. If you're in a space where you're entertaining getting back with a Libra, okay? If you're entertaining getting back with a Libra, the 8 of Pentacles is about building and making things happen, right? This is about really working very hard together to get to that next space. 9 of Pentacles is beautiful. This is where it's right before 10 of Pentacles. It's like everything is falling into place. You guys are being open and honest with each other. There are definitive plans being made in this energy. Yeah. And then we have the 8 of Cups. And I mean, look, I'm getting that they really want to have this beginning with you. They really want to have this next beginning with you. But you guys are going to have to communicate. Communicate very much about the Pentacle stuff. And I mean, that means money, and that means what you need, what they need. Talking about, you know, how you guys connect intimately. You know, you guys are this is what they want. This is definitely what they want, and this is what the energy is supporting. Doesn't mean you have to do it. Doesn't mean it. If they did you dirty, who knows what else is in their chart? Keep walking. Do you, be with you, and just heal, you know? For sure. You know, like I said before, every archetype has its positive and negatives. And, you know, and I know people don't like when I say this, but it's just the reality of it. You know, what's the only glyph that doesn't have a heartbeat is Libra, right? I mean, as much as they're all about the scales, right? So, you know, they're very, I mean, I love Libra, right? I mean, I have my Mars in Libra. My good friend is Libra. But when they are working in their low vibrational self, what ends up happening is they kind of turn their heart off a little easier than the next guy. And they can. It's, you know, it's just that's in the negative vibration. All right, so let's see what's happening with you. We have the Seven of Cups reverse. Okay. This is, Seven of Cups reverse is, this maybe you not wanting to be totally honest with yourself about the truth of this person. Okay? Because that's what the Seven of Cups means. And don't beat yourself up for that, all right? But it's just something to think about. Are you being really honest with yourself about everything in this relationship that went down? So Queen of Wands is, I do get the sense that you have this willingness to move forward, but you're very scared to open your heart up, and you're very scared about where you're going to end up moving on to in your life in this next phase with this Three of Wands reverse energy. And now it's interesting because you guys are mirroring each other with these Three of Wands reverse, because the same ways I feel they think you have the potential, capacity, and what it takes. You have the tool set to change in a way that would better serve the relationship. You're thinking the same thing about them. So I feel like you guys are kind of pointing the fingers. At some point, you guys pointed the fingers at each other, but nobody was looking at themselves long enough to actually really, in a dead-ass honest way, address the issues within the relationship. But I feel like you're definitely going to be getting in touch with this now. You know, what the Hierophant is all about, just your moral code and what you believe to be true and how you frame reality. And I feel like you're going to be pushed to do this because you're very in this. So the Eight of Swords is about, it's a self-imprisonment card, right? In this energy, it's thinking, it's ruminating over and over again, you know, this happened, that happened, and just being really in this space of not being able to get out of your own way mentally, right? And because this mental, and this is, you know, this is so challenging, it really, really is. I mean, this is the stuff that, you know, heartache is made up of. It's just this aching, this ruminating round and round, and it's, you know, you're just scared, and you're scared about you're really worried about what's going to happen now in this next chapter, and you're not feeling very motivated to move past this person yet. I feel like you're still very much in love with them, and you would still very much take them back if they came back to you. Okay, which, you know what, is, you know, all about it if you feel like it's a good thing for you. Free will. We all have free will. But the Knight of Pentacles tells me that, you know, you are really you're missing this person. You're missing this person. That Eight of Swords is telling me that even if you're moving on, like in body, your mind and emotions are still with this person. You're not in that space. You know, you might be telling your friends, screw them, I'm moving on, and I don't need him, and I don't need her, and bitch, and whatever, right? But you still, yeah, you want to give them your heart. You want to take a chance with them. King of Cups, you know it's necessary. Secrets are going to come out. Okay, listen, I like this. I'm not mad at it. We get the Two of Cups, which is about you guys making decisions that are going to impact your future together. We have the Fool, which is about taking calculated risk and thinking things through. Very positive vibe. I love the Fool card. Fool is like all of the tarot in it. Right, it's the Zero card. I think every tarot card is in it. King of Cups is beautiful. This is about communication. This is the card of communication. And the card of communication with the Moon reverse, I like it because I like the Moon reverse because this means in the upright, it's about secrets, but in the reverse, it's about secrets coming out. So in order for that to, you know, in order for secrets to come out, what do you need? You need communication. Okay. And they are Libra after all. So, listen. They got that air sign going on. So they can talk. Yes, no. This person viewing this video who's resonating with this thus far. Yes, no. Will they be reconnecting? Yeah, man, you guys are going to be celebrating. I like it. I really like it. You know, if you want it, it's there. If you want it, it's there. If you know this person is not right for you, like I said, keep walking. Do you? Do you? Time will pass, and it will get easier. I know that doesn't help you right now, and I'm so sorry for that. These are very painful videos, but you know what? Sometimes I just feel like they are necessary to help sometimes, to just get an outside perspective, to give us a seed of thought, to make things, help things to make sense to us sometimes, okay? Let's see what we have. How about this one? You are destined for greatness on the wings of love. To clarify, the primary role of love are not to be healed, fix, or mend, not to soothe, cure, or ease, not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore, hardly. The primary roles of love are to yahoo, yee-hee, and woohoo. What does that mean? It means to just be happy. It's not to fix anything. It's to just find a peaceful space to be happy. And you have to ask yourself, if this Libra comes back to you, you know in your belly if this person has the capacity to make the adjustments necessary. But the first thing you have to address is how unhealthy and cowardly ghosting is. If they come back, and don't be afraid to have that conversation, because if they think that's okay, that is highly disrespectful, and you deserve so much more than that. Yeah? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.